Hey, what is up you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be doing another DoorDash video for you guys. You guys seem to really like the 7 things I wish I would have known before I started dashing. So about a week ago on my Instagram, I posted, what do you guys want to know about DoorDash? Send me all of your questions. And for a while I've been wanting to do a frequently asked questions video, so that is going to be what this is today. I'm going to be answering you guys' Instagram questions, any comments I've seen on my YouTube channel so far, and just stuff that people seem to ask me day to day that you guys might want to know about. So the main question that I get all the time is the gas worth it? How much gas am I using? Is it worth it to how much I'm actually making? And the short answer is absolutely yes. I have a Jeep, and to fill up my gas tank, it's normally between $40 to $50 to fill it up. And with just a normal week of dashing, going out 10 hours a week, I normally fill up my tank every week. Now, if you haven't checked out my video talking about how much I make with DoorDash, go ahead and check that out. But in that video, I do mention to you guys that I normally make anywhere between $200 to $300 a week. So if we think about this on the high end and I make $300 a week, but it takes me $50 to fill up my gas tank, I'm still profiting $250, and I normally only work 10 hours a week. So to me, that's pretty mind-boggling. I'm still making $25 an hour even after I've already filled up my gas tank. I would definitely say that the gas is worth it, and in some of my other videos, I do mention how you can be efficient about your orders, your time, and your gas, and that is to only accept orders that are paying you $1 for a mile. So don't accept an order that's only going to pay you $5 to go 10 miles. You're not going to be getting your money's worth. So if you follow that rule of thumb, you're definitely going to be profiting more, and you're not going to be using as much gas. Now, another question that I get asked all the time is, how do shifts work? How do I schedule myself? What regions can I schedule myself in? Is there a limit to the amount of shifts that I can pick up? And I'm going to answer all of those really quick for you guys. So how scheduling works is pretty easy. I will go ahead and include a breakdown screenshot of how I'm doing it, but basically what you do is you log into your DoorDash app and then you click schedule, and depending on the regions that you have selected, which you can select in the settings by the way, but depending on the regions that you have selected, the app will pull up all of the shifts available in the region, and you just go ahead and click on one of the shifts that you want in the city that you want, and you just schedule yourself for those times. Now, I know on other apps like Uber Eats and Postmates, you kind of just log on whenever you want to and then you just start working. That's not the same with DoorDash. DoorDash actually does stick to a schedule. If you want to work, you need to put yourself on the schedule. And I honestly think that it's so much better that way, because when you log in for Uber Eats or Postmates, you're competing with who knows how many people, because everybody can log on whenever they want to. With DoorDash, they limit the amount of people that can be scheduled at one time, so you're only competing with a smaller group of people to get orders and to be making money. So I think it works much more efficiently this way, and I'm glad that I chose to do DoorDash, because now I have a structured schedule that I can follow. There is not a limit to the amount of shifts or hours you can be picking up per week, so you can work as much as you want or as little as you want. And another question that I got on my Instagram is, can you go and work in different cities? Yes, when you are scheduling yourself, you go ahead and pick the city that you want to work in, and if the next day you decide you didn't like that city, you can work in a different one if you would like to. Now, a question that I got asked on my Instagram I never really thought about before, but it was, what is my favorite thing and what is the worst thing about DoorDashing? Now, my absolute favorite thing, most of you guys know this already, is that I love it so much because it's such a flexible job, especially if you're in school or if you have another job that you work. This job really gives you the flexibility to work whenever you want, how much you want, how little you want, and everything like that. So I definitely think that that would be my favorite part of it, is the flexibility that it gives me. Now, the worst part of it isn't really anything that I do, customers do, or anything like that. It's more of like a DoorDash thing, I guess, would be that when you are out on a shift, I normally don't take Walmart orders. I just don't think it's worth my time. But occasionally when you decline an order, DoorDash will continue to send you the order over and over again, even if you declined it. And I don't know if that's something that they need to go in and fix or something like that, but I think that would be the worst thing, because then it tends to bring your acceptance rate down, which can really hurt your ratings. But since I've been out recently, they've been pretty good about not doing that, so maybe they already fixed it, but that would probably be the only bad thing that I have to say about this. Another question that I got that kind of goes along with what my favorite thing is somebody asked me why I started dashing and why I continue to dash. I started dashing purely for the flexibility and because it also appealed to me that I could get paid every week, or as a matter of fact with fast pay, I can get paid whenever I want to. So I started dashing because it was flexible. At the time I was in school and I did not want to be working a job where I didn't get to pick my own schedule. So that's why I started working. and also why I continue work, because I really enjoy working for myself and picking my own schedule. Now, another question that I get asked all the time is how do I get paid, how often do I get paid, and kind of how it works. So as a DoorDasher, once you start, you can set up direct deposit so that way you get paid every week. We get paid every Monday, but normally if you have direct deposit, it doesn't show up into your account on Tuesday, but you get paid every week on Tuesday. And DoorDash also has this awesome thing called Fast Pay, where if I went out today on a shift and I made $50 and I needed that $50 now, I can do Fast Pay with DoorDash and they will deposit it directly into my account that same day. There is a fee, it's like a flat rate of $1 or $2 to pull out your money on the same day, but honestly, if you made $50, what's $1 or $2 if you can get it immediately? So I absolutely love how DoorDash pays us. I think getting paid weekly is great, and having the option to get paid daily if you want to is also a great option. But as for how you get paid, you do link your bank account to DoorDash and you get direct deposit every week. Okay, so this question I debated putting in the video, but I honestly think that it might help ease some people's anxiety. So a question that I've gotten a couple times is, have I had any sketchy encounters while DoorDashing? Now, the short answer is yes, but I don't really think it was anything to worry about. I honestly think that it was just me being paranoid for no reason. The only time I've really had a sketchy encounter is when I first started dashing and I wasn't really used to how apartment complexes work. I wasn't familiar with the area that I was in. I think that I honestly just worked myself up and freaked myself out, but I've never been in a situation where I actually felt that I was in danger. Honestly, I think if you're just making the right decisions, you don't ever need to put yourself in that situation. I personally don't work nights just because I'm not comfortable doing it. I always work lunch shifts, so that way it's always bright outside while I'm out door dashing. Not that I think that anything would happen, but it's just a comfort to me. But I do want to give you guys a little tip on what to do if you feel like you are uncomfortable or if you feel like you could possibly be in danger. So when I was in that situation, it's only happened a couple times and I honestly think that it was just me, but when I was in that situation, I stayed in my car. I stayed in my car until I knew where the customer was and until I knew where I was going and that they were ready for me to give them the food. I went ahead and contacted the customer and I said, hey, I'm not really sure where to find your house, where to find your apartment. Could you come outside for me and give me some directions on how to get there so I don't get lost or anything like that? So calling the customer lets them know that you're already outside and you're here with their food, and they're more likely to come outside and meet you. So that way you're not alone wandering through an apartment complex or anything like that. But if you do feel uncomfortable, please stay in your car until you feel it's safe for you to go out and deliver the food. Something else that I did on one of my first orders, just because I didn't know how it was going to go, I went ahead and I took my phone and I called my friend and I said, hey, I'm on a DoorDash order. I'm not feeling too sure about it. Can I just keep you on the phone with me while I complete the order? And my friends are always down for anything, so of course they said yes. And I just kept her on the phone and I put her in my pocket so that way if anything was to happen, at least somebody was on the phone and they knew where I was and I could get help. So you can definitely do any of those things if you are feeling uncomfortable, but honestly, I've never really felt like I was in serious danger while I've been out DoorDashing, and I think that this is really safe. I was unsure about putting this in the video, but it might ease some anxiety and give you guys some ideas of how to stay safe while you're out dashing. So this next one was a question that I had on my YouTube channel. Somebody left in the comments asking about apartment complexes, and while I did answer them in the comments on that video, I feel like it's something that I could share with everybody and it might benefit other people. So the question was, any tips on delivering to apartment complexes? They seem to get lost. How can I make it easier? So what I do as soon as I realize that I am delivering to an apartment complex, I always text or call the customer and ask them to give me the apartment building number. Now, their apartment number is in the address on DoorDash, but it's a lot easier if you have the building number, because when you're driving around, it's easier to look at the big building numbers than it is the little numbers that are by their door. So my first tip would definitely be to ask them for their building number. And if you get there and they haven't texted you back yet, normally on most apartment complexes, when you first pull in, there is a directory and a map layout of the apartments, and you can look for their apartment number on there, and it'll give you a sense of direction on which way you're supposed to go when you pull into the apartment complex. So it just takes time getting used to delivering to apartments. Obviously, delivering to houses is much easier, but at least in my state and my region, I do have a lot of apartment complexes around, so it was something that I needed to adapt to and get used to doing. I also got a question about how much I work, how long my shifts normally are, and how many orders I normally do in a shift. I do this very part-time, as most of you know. I normally don't work any more than 10 hours a week. And like I said earlier, I normally always go out for lunch shifts, and I normally only go out for 2, maybe 3 hours a day. But normally my normal shift is a 2-hour shift, and in my 2-hour shift, I normally get anywhere from 6 to 10 orders. That can range anywhere between $40 to $80 normally. So I normally average around $50 to $60 on a 2-hour shift. It really just depends on if I had a lot of orders because I was getting stacked orders, or if I had a customer that tipped me very generous that day. So that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. I hope this video helped answer any questions that you guys might have about DoorDash as far as gas, scheduling, working, anything like that. I really do love making DoorDash videos for you guys. It seems to be helping you out. And if you have any further questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I always answer all of my comments, especially when my video first goes live. As always, I hope you guys are staying safe out there, and I will see you back next Wednesday with another video. Bye, guys. Is there a cap limit? Why can't you talk? Oh my goodness. And yes, when you are scheduling yourself. And yes, when you are scheduling.